All right, it's day one, 2017. Going to get this car soon. I woke up and it snowed, which in Seattle is supposed to never happen. My neighbor says this is the first year it snowed since he bought his house, which was a long time ago. So, fuck. This slows me down a little. I'm already supposed to be at the U-Haul picking up the trailer, and I haven't even got my windshield clean. It doesn't look like there's anything on the ground. There's actually a layer of solid ice. Great. Alright, after a couple of rough starts, we're here. I got the trailer down. That is the car. I texted dude, we're just waiting for him to get out the house. Here we go. So this is the car. I just got it home a couple hours ago, and I started taking it apart before I remembered to take a video of it. That's my bad. It does have all the glass. It does have that door. I just took it off. So the interior is almost completely absent, except for the seats, which is perfect. I want to tear those out and just kind of redo the entire interior. That gauge cluster's gone. The shifter is probably gonna go somewhere else. That e-brake is probably gonna be a foot e-brake. I'm toying with the idea of having bench seats. I have no idea what all those switches. Alright, we had some technical difficulties. I apologize. My phone was full of holiday videos, so it just quit recording about halfway through the walk around. So, gonna do that again now. Although unfortunately, I've already taken a significant part of the car apart, so it won't be the complete walk around. We'll make do. So as you can see, I've already got the doors off. I've already got the entire interior of the car gutted. Took out all the lining. That was all trash, all the insulation. Seats and the top of the dash were in pretty good shape. I kept those. They are possibly going to be able to be reupholstered. I'm not in a hurry to take all this stuff out yet, just because it's not in the way, but in the end it will all go. Previous owner, original builder, made a cute little door for this with the green felt. That's terrible. So yeah, all that's gone. The pan is in rough shape. You know, the guy I bought this from said his goal was to get just an all new Beetle chassis and drop the body from the Bradley onto that. And that's looking like it might be the move for me as well. So I do have the trunk lid, although I'm not going to use it. I'm going to completely gut this thing. Started taking off the rear bumper yesterday. Had a little casualty, don't care, throwing that out. So this guy's off on one side. I want to get this car up on blocks before I keep tinkering around with that kind of thing, because it was kind of a pain in the ass getting under there without it. Still has everything but the engine down here, and it looks like it's in mostly good shape. Suspension doesn't look terrible. The brakes are pretty bad. That whole bit I can see coming out, but overall, not a ton of rust, not a ton of scary looking structural stuff, with the exception of the pan. So here's hoping I can get the body off as the next step, and then start tackling this as two separate projects, both the body and like a driving frame. Still no idea what engine I'm going to put on this guy. Here you can see I got all the original glass. There's the trunk lid. I got a bag full of, I got mirror, I got all the door and trunk lining. I got some pieces of the seat backing, like the inset bits that aren't on the main seat frame, just in case I want to reupholster those and use the originals in the future. Doors are in good shape. Missing the bolts that attach them to the top and the pistons, so I'm a little concerned that those guys are going to cost me a bunch of money, but I'm going to cross that bridge when I come to it. I have no idea how this thing mounts in the back. I looked at some videos online for the Bug. There's nothing of this sort for the Bradley. I think there's a body mount somewhere up in there, near where the suspension mounts. But honestly, everything under there is black. I don't know Beetles very well, so it's kind of hard to tell where the frame ends and the body starts sometimes, at least while it's on the floor. So, you know, that's part of the reason I'm trying to get it up on blocks. But before that, I'm just going to take a swing at loosening everything in the front, and we'll see what we see. Alright, went to the store, got some, I need some bigger bolts for these floor pan joints, bigger ratchet things, whatever. If anybody's, you know, working on their own and curious, these guys up in the front, these are 19, and then in the back, these are 15 mil. So hopefully that saves somebody else a trip to the calipers.
6.5 hours later.
It's fucking cold. Oh, yeah, there's, I'm bleeding on everything. I nicked myself with a razor. There's blood all over my wrenches and shit all over the car. There's some on the floor. 80% of the floor pan bolts took 20% of the time. And I've been slaving away over the last 5 or 6. I've got one up in the front. There's a wrench on it right now. And then I got one more under where the clutch is. And I'm gonna try and get them tonight. Not because it makes sense, just because I'm mad as hell. I'm gonna go to Home Depot for what is probably the 4th time today, and get a big pipe because I need more torque. I was able to break the tough 3 or 4 on here with my leg, but this one's not having it, so try again. Come on. Don't let your dreams be dreams. It's about 3 hours and some blood that I'll never get back. Ugh. All hail the breaker bar. Oh yeah, so here's another bit I neglected to mention, but that you might have seen. The floor pan was pretty much gone, so I kind of stomped out the passenger side. The driver's side's pretty good. I'm sitting on it right now, so it can at least hold me up. I'm probably gonna come out and cut all this with an angle grinder. While I'm in here, here's kind of a view of what's going on with all the internals. Some kind of, I was told these come stock with AC. I don't know what kind of stock AC has a PSI meter. I don't know. None of this is gonna stay. I strongly suspect that there are a couple bolts I haven't seen way up in the front near the channel, and I haven't yet gotten to these, where are they? Here we go. These 15s that are kind of punched along the back. I'm not sure I need to, honestly. Actually looking at it, yeah, I definitely do. But it looks like the mounts, the VW body ends really early. It ends like, this is the end of it right here. So the entire floor pan exists like only within the wheelbase. So I'm kind of hoping that I'm near the end here, and I'm gonna try and have the body off the frame by this weekend, which hopefully is not too ambitious. Today was a holiday, so I spent literally sun up to sundown on it. But as of tomorrow, I'm back to work, so it's going to be evenings only, and we'll see what I can get done in at a limited number of hours. Alright, signing off.